I opened the email and immediately my eyes filled with tears. All my hard work, all down the drain in a matter of seconds. It was a Sunday night when I received an email from the Holy Innocents cheer program telling me that I didn't make the cheer squad. I had spent hours learning, practicing, and perfecting a tedious routine so that I could secure a spot on the prestigious cheer team. In my mind, I hated myself in that moment. All I could think about was how bad I must have been not to make it. I thought I was stupid for even trying. I thought about the girls who did make the team, and I automatically thought there was no way that I could be one of them. For a while, I stopped believing in myself, because rejection felt like a deep stab that would take like a while to heal. Despite this fact, that is not the same Emma Smith that stands before you today. Sure, I have my insecurities, but I assure you that I've seen tremendous growth in my self-confidence and self-acceptance. I've been able to grow because I've learned the importance of persistence through the challenges of my life. I came to this realization when I had a special moment when I was unable to summit a mountain. And here's a video of that. Okay. It was a cloudy Thursday afternoon. My whole body was trembling. We were in Cochimo, Chile, and had been climbing closer and closer to the ominous summit for about 45 minutes. We've been hiking all day, and this hike to the summit was an extra hike that some of the girls chose to participate in. Earlier, I asked Ellie where the trail was, and the answer was, there is none. Oh, okay, cool. That seems safe, I thought. But somehow, I still went. I started climbing across a creek bed of rocks, and as I got higher, I had to tell myself, don't look down, Emma, don't look down. Almost there. My leg extended onto a large rock, and suddenly it toppled down the mountain beneath my feet to the rocky valley hundreds of feet below. My breathing got heavier, and my voice started to quake. I was scared. Despite this, I persisted. I kept crawling up the mountain on all fours just like I did going up the stairs when I was 5. The summit was getting closer, just a few more minutes. The girls climbing above me, like ants crawling on a hill, seemed far away. They suddenly stopped, and I quickly scurried up to them. No, no, no! There were cliffs in all directions, wiping out any possibility of getting to the summit. My heart was set on getting to the top of that mountain, because to me, that was what I needed to accomplish to feel like I had done my best. For a second, I felt defeated, beaten, conquered, because the summit was probably only about 50 feet away. I felt as if I had just failed, just like I did when I did not make the cheer squad freshman year. But then I turned around, sat on a wise rock, and took in the majesties of a gargantuan granite slab circling the whole perimeter of my vision. Jesus all of a sudden yelled, "We are here!" And something in my mind clicked. I realized that I had tried my hardest, and that was good enough. I finally understand that as long as you persist and you do your best, you can feel successful and confident. I had made it all this way, and that in itself was amazing. Persistence, I believe, is linked with self-confidence because when you keep trying your hardest, you can feel good about the work that you've done. Persistence became a state of mind for me as I learned to accept imperfection and keep moving, one foot in front of the other as I trekked to that summit in Cochimo. When I started weaving down the mountain after this realization, I no longer was insecure about my failures, but I embraced them, knowing that all I could do was try my best. Persistence, I believe, is about living life and not letting the minor details take you down. After this moment atop this mountain, I want to strongly persist forward, feeling successful and confident in my own abilities. Even after Cochimo, this feeling of persistence continued to thrive. A week later in Petraway, I rolled a kayak. Even though it took countless tries of hip snapping, falling back into the water, and pulling my skirt, I finally was able to accomplish my goal. But even if I hadn't rolled a kayak, that doesn't mean I necessarily failed. My persistence and trials through my practice were the greatest and most valuable accomplishments. And it is not just physical activities where persistence is important. At the beginning of the semester, I would goof around on cook crew waiting for someone to tell me what to do. Well, I guess I can grab a tongue and put in the salad, might be a thought I would have. I had this mindset that since I'd never cooked before, I had a legitimate excuse not to be good at any cooking skills whatsoever. However, after my fair share of rounds on cook crew, I tried my best to learn from my mistakes and be able to cook without any adult instruction. What has been the most rewarding part of this newfound persistence in these areas of my life is that it has allowed me to become more confident in myself and my own capabilities. This new state of mind will be very useful at home. I think I'll stay confident in myself as long as I keep trying my hardest, regardless of whether I get an A on a test or make the varsity soccer team. In Atlanta, I will take my confidence and persistence and utilize it in leadership roles in school, extracurriculars, etc. On a more serious note, my family has been dealing with a lot of hard changes this year. And before Alizar, I completely blocked out many of my family issues because I felt like my parents' divorce and my father's addiction was too much for me to grip by myself. While it was easy to give up in these sorts of situations, I will persist and maintain hope in my effort to create a healthier and happier family. While a moment of rejection can feel like the end of the world, as I told my mom after freshman cheer tryouts, this sentiment is far from the truth. In fact, the year after my failed tryouts, I tried again, and I made it. The coaches all came up to me and congratulated me on my improvement from the year prior. You see, I worked hard, I tried again, and this time it worked. If I persist through my challenges, gain confidence, and just try again, then that will be good enough. I am good enough. Thank you.